Welcome to our channel Future Findings. In this video, we'll unfold the chilling story of a young woman who vanished without a trace, and how her case was miraculously solved 16 years later through persistence, evolving forensic science, and a family's undying hope. This is the cold case of Sarah Jenkins. It was the evening of October 18, 1998, in the peaceful town of Millfield, Ohio, a place where violent crime was almost unheard of. That night, 24-year-old Sarah Jenkins, a kind, intelligent library assistant known for her passion for books and volunteer work, failed to return home. She had been working late at the town library preparing for a children's reading event. The following morning, her car was discovered a few blocks away from her apartment. The vehicle was unlocked, the keys still in the ignition, and her purse placed neatly on the passenger seat. There were no signs of forced entry or a struggle, almost as if Sarah had vanished into thin air. Police launched a citywide search. Volunteers, including friends and local residents, formed search parties combing through parks, riversides, and abandoned buildings. Flyers were posted everywhere. Dogs were brought in. But there were no leads, no witnesses, and no surveillance footage. This was 1998, and security cameras were rare in small towns. Investigators interviewed dozens of people, including co-workers, her landlord, neighbors, and even old acquaintances. Rumors and theories spread fast. Some believed she ran away. Others whispered darker possibilities. But her close friends and family insisted Sarah would never leave without saying goodbye. With no solid evidence, the case grew cold by 2000. It was officially listed as a missing persons case, and though detectives revisited the file occasionally, no new developments emerged until 2014. In 2014, a newly formed cold case division in Ohio began re-examining unsolved files using modern forensic technology. Sarah's case stood out. Among the few pieces of physical evidence preserved were fibers and skin cells found on her coat collar and under the vehicle's driver's side door handle. These had been too degraded for DNA analysis in the 90s. But with advancements, they could now be tested. A match was found in the national database. Daniel Holt, a man who had been convicted of burglary and assault in 2009. At the time of Sarah's disappearance, Holt had lived just 6 blocks away and had worked as a handyman around Millfield. Detectives reopened the case and began discreetly surveilling Holt, who now lived under a different name in Indiana. Eventually, they brought him in for questioning. At first, he denied everything, but inconsistencies in his timeline and mounting evidence, including fibers from his work jacket that matched those on Sarah's coat, began to trap him. Faced with overwhelming evidence, Holt finally confessed. According to Holt's confession, on the night of Sarah's disappearance, he had been attempting to break into her apartment when he saw her walking home. In a moment of panic and impulse, he grabbed her and forced her into his truck. He claimed it was never meant to go that far, but when she screamed and fought back, he panicked. He drove her to an isolated area near an abandoned cabin outside Millfield and strangled her. He buried her body in a shallow grave in a wooded area and moved out of town 2 weeks later. Following his confession, law enforcement teams located the site and recovered Sarah's skeletal remains, along with the clothes she wore that night. Her identity was confirmed through dental records. Her family, after 16 long, painful years, finally got the closure they had begged for. In court, Daniel Holt pleaded guilty to kidnapping, murder, and unlawful disposal of human remains. The judge sentenced him to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The courtroom was packed with townspeople who had never forgotten Sarah. Her parents, though devastated, expressed gratitude for the resolution. The case became a landmark example of how cold cases can still be solved, and how new forensic tools are giving voices to victims who had been silenced for decades. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to like this video and share it with others. It helps us bring more stories like this to you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe there are many more cold cases that can be solved with new technology? And if you're passionate about justice and true crime, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a case. Thank you for watching.